Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a first impressions on the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. So I'm currently in the shade Cocoa. I wanted to do a review on this product because I bought it a couple weeks ago. I still haven't gotten a chance to film it yet, so I'm really excited to see how it works. So let's see. Okay, so I've opened up the back of the bottle just to kind of see what it says this foundation is going to do, and then we're going to put it to the test. So it says that it's supposed to deliver virtually flawless buildable coverage every time. Okay. It also says it's a precision match color with a matte second skin finish with soft focus properties to help perfect the appearance of skin. Okay, so based on what it's telling me here, it sounds like a foundation I'm gonna like. But the question is it actually going to do those things? As you can see, like I have a few blemishes here and there. I really want to focus on covering up. So if this foundation can do that, then in my book, it's a win. If it can't, and I still have to go in with more concealer or do other little tricks to try to cover up any blemishes, then I won't say it's a bad foundation. It's just not, one of those great foundations like the Tarte Rainforest of Deceit. This foundation is amazing. It covers my blemishes, it does everything I need it to do, it wears beautifully throughout the day. So I'm really hoping that this product does that as well because it's super affordable. And I mean, for $5.99, why the heck not? So we're gonna go ahead and test that out. I know I'm currently looking a little crazy. I already did my brows off camera because the main focus on this video is going to be the foundation, so I didn't feel like it was necessary to film that. If you guys want to see a tutorial on how I do my brows, comment down below. I'll go ahead and do that for you guys. But for now, let me get my hairband and keep my hair out of my face while we do this and start the application. So the primer I'm going to use, I'm just going to use a hydrating primer. I don't want to use anything that's smoothing, blurring, or anything like that because I want to put everything that this foundation has to offer to the test. So I'm just going to use my Too Faced Hangover RX primer. Trusty primer. It's very hydrating because I have dry skin, so I feel it's really important to keep my skin hydrated. So I'm just going to rub and start to pat that into the skin. Almost forgot I had my brows on and I was about to just whoosh, wipe it all over my face. I'm not used to putting on my primer after I do my brows, so that would have been terrible. Okay, so now that that is all in, I like to take just a dab. This is probably not necessary for everybody, but I get drier in these areas, so I really like to kind of work the primer in just around my mouth area to make sure that I've got some extra hydration going there. Alright, time to put this baby to the test. Shake it up. Okay, so I have not used this before. I have opened it, and the applicator is very weird. I don't know how I feel about the applicator because I don't really want to go in and start swiping it on my face and then putting it back in the bottle. I just don't feel like that's very sanitary. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and then use my finger to apply it to my face. So I think this is a good amount. It definitely seems to be very pigmented, which I like. I'm not sure about the color. I'm a little nervous. They had a shade darker, I think was mocha, but it's definitely not my shade. So I'm really hoping that this foundation is a match. It's a little light for me. So let's hope once this is all blended out, it blends in good with the skin. So I just like to do little dabs all over the face. Touch on the nose area. Alright. Oh, the camera's making it look really orange. It's definitely not this orange, but I'm going to go in with my beauty blender. It's a little dirty, I know. I'm just going to start blending that in. Okay. Does seem to be a little light for me. But I know that mocha was just not my shade. So, just gonna have to make this bad boy work. So right off the bat, once you start to blend it in, it does seem to blend a little bit better with my skin tone. I feel like it looks maybe just a little gray around the mouth area, so I don't know about the shade just yet, but they don't have anything in between. They have a lot more lighter shades obviously than darker shades. That's just kind of the MO for the drugstore, but I do so far like the finish. It does settle into the skin pretty quickly. It has like a really soft matte feel to it, which I really like so far. So points for the finish, but this is only one layer. I'm gonna go in with another layer just to get a little bit more coverage in certain areas. So it settles in really quickly. So my suggestion would be to work with this product really fast. I feel like just kind of going over with the first layer, it started to dry really quickly, so it's a little patchy in my forehead area, but I'm going to zoom you guys in a bit so you can kind of get a look at. So initially, you can still see some blemishes here. It didn't really cover well here where like my smile lines are, and you can still see this blemish here. So I will have to go in with another layer, but I feel like in this area it just separated a little bit. Like you can see the separation from my brows to where the foundation actually starts. Those are my initial thoughts as far as the first application. So I'm going to go in one more time with another layer, and then we're going to see how it looks from there. Okay, so this is the final application. I think it did a little bit better of a job the second time around. It doesn't feel tacky to the touch, so that's good. So I don't think you'll have to set the foundation, so that's, I guess it'd be a plus. I don't usually set my foundations anyway, depending on which one it is, if it's a really dewy foundation. Okay, so my camera cut off. I guess it was getting too hot, I don't know. Never had that happen, but what I was saying was I don't usually set my foundations anyway because my skin's drier, so it's not really something that I typically do. So I like the finish of it, that you don't have to really set it. I think it does have a really nice finish. It blended into my skin really nicely, so I'm glad about that. So I'll give it points on the finish. It is buildable, I will give it that. The first layer wasn't enough to cover what I needed it to, so I went back in with the second layer and it covered it really nicely, so good for that as well. So I do think that it is a buildable foundation like it says, so I'm really just going to put it to the test as far as its wear. I don't really have like really big pores or anything, so I don't have to really worry about that part of it as far as blurring, but it does seem to work really nicely. It kind of flaked up a little bit on me. I don't know, it's a little weird. I've never had that happen before, but I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face, and then I will come back and let you guys know what I think as far as products sitting on top of it, foundation, or not foundation, blush, bronzer, different like that, seeing if it moves around. So I'll be right back once I finish this. Hey guys, so I'm back. I just finished the rest of my face, did a little eyeshadow, some mascara, some bronzer, highlight, nothing too fancy because I'm not really going anywhere today. So this is what it looks like with everything on top. I think that it performed really well. Didn't have any issues with the product separating. I didn't have any issues feeling like it was moving around. It definitely, once it's set, it is set. So it says that it's like a soft matte. I mean, I guess I could agree with that. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Maybelline Fit Me. It has that nice finish like that. So I guess just looking at it, I think it looked really nice. It doesn't seem to be settling into my smile lines really bad, because that's like one of my biggest issues with pretty much every foundation. It happens, whatever, I can't do anything about that. But I think for the overall look of it, it looks really nice. I was gonna like, you know, put on lashes and the whole thing, but not going anywhere. There's no point in that. So just a little bit mascara and a little bit on the eyes. I put the, let's see if you guys can see. Moving in a little bit. So I just put on a little bit of the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, the most recent one that they just relaunched. So did a little bit of that. I think the look came out nice. I also picked up a few of their lip glosses, and I actually really like them. I'm not a big lip gloss person, but I put Matte Chestnut in this color, which is Rose Gold, over top. So just give it a little glossy look, which is a little new for me. I don't usually do glossy lips, but I actually really like this combination. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna go on about the rest of my day. Probably gonna go grab something to eat right now, just kind of hang out around the house, do some editing, little things like that. So I will check back in a couple hours. It is currently 2:57. Can I see? I don't know if you see that, but it's 2:57, so I'll check back in about 3 hours. So that'll be around 6. Give you guys an update, zoom you in, see how it wears, and then we'll give this a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I don't know. Guess we'll see. I'll be back in a little. Hey guys, so I am back. It is about 6:30 right now, I want to say, or going on 6:30. I've just been editing, went out, ran a few errands, grocery shopping. So far so good. I'm really liking the foundation. I think the fact that it settles in so quickly, it just kind of helps it stay on longer. I didn't use like any fancy primers or setting sprays or anything to kind of counteract with the way that it wears. It doesn't really say much about how long it's supposed to last. So let me just check the packaging. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't really say anything about how it's like the longevity of the foundation, but I think just the fact that I've had it on, let me get closer in my mirror. Yeah, I think the fact that I've had it on, I've only had it on for like 3 hours now, so it hasn't been that long, but I think just as far as the way that it settles, the finish of it, it really helps its wear. So I really like that about the foundation. I'm definitely thumbsing up the finish of it. It's a great finish. I did take a couple of photos. I'll try to insert them here or here. I don't know. So I will give it points on how it takes pictures. I took a couple of photos outside just to kind of see like in the daylight how it would photograph, and I actually think it came out really nice. So I'll put a picture or two here. I just think that it gives off a nice look in the camera. So it does have a nice kind of airbrush look to it. You can see here on camera that it still looks pretty good. I mean, it did settle into my lines, but that's just a problem that I have with any foundation, so I can't really put it to that test. I mean, it would be nice if it didn't. There are some foundations that have their good days and their bad days, so I don't want to say that this one has a bad day or anything like that. That's weird. So yeah, I think just overall for the amount of time that I've had it on, I think that it wears really nicely. It still looks good. I do agree that it gives you like a nice kind of soft airbrush feel to it. I think personally some people might not like it at all, but I think the coverage is buildable, so in my opinion it is a good foundation. I would recommend it to someone, but I've still only had it on for 3 hours and this is my first time wearing it. So I'm gonna keep playing around with it, give it a few more trials. I may do another check-in in a little while. As you can see, I've been eating, so I don't have any lipstick on, but whatever, don't touch me. But yes, so I just think that overall my opinions on it are pretty good. I definitely like it, so I think it was a good buy, even though it did initially look like it wasn't my shade. Once I kind of put my bronzer on, finished the rest of my face, it all came together. It doesn't seem to be discolored with the rest of my face, so I will thumbs it up on that. So I think as for the amount of time that I've been wearing it, I think that it is a really good foundation, so I would recommend it so far. It's still only been a few hours, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time as far as, you know, the wear. I'm going to go eat again, so I'm going to do that, finish editing a little bit, so I'll probably try to do another check-in. If not, I'll follow up in like a favorites video or something. If you see it in there, then you know that I like it, but for the most part, I really do like it. I think it has good coverage. I think that it looks good on the skin. It could have more shades, of course. The deepest shade is mocha and it has a very, very red undertone. I think just for an initial review and first impression, it looks great. I've worn it for the most of the day and I really enjoy it, so I would thumbs it up for that. It is a hit for me, but I will check back in and see if my opinions change. Highly doubt it, but yeah, so far I think it's a pretty great foundation. Alright guys, so I am back for my last and final check-in for my final thoughts on this foundation. I have had this on for almost 6 hours now. It is 8:45, almost 9 o'clock, so I think it's got a good wear. I've been out, I've been in, I've been laying down, I've been eating, I've done everything with this foundation. So I think initially I wasn't too sure about it as far as the color, how it was going to wear. It looked like it was separating a little bit when I first had it on, but my final thoughts on it, I definitely like the foundation. Like, just kind of touching up and just, not touching up, I don't want to say that, okay. Just as far as the wear throughout the day, I think it wore really nicely. It looks really nice on camera. I think it looks great in photos, so I would definitely recommend this to anybody who's just looking for an affordable foundation that just has a nice finish. If you have dry skin, I also think you'll like this. Oily skin, you're good to go. It's not really dewy. It has a nice soft finish. I think the description holds true as far as my initial review on it. Right, so that is my final thoughts on this foundation. I give it a thumbs up. I think it is a hit. It's a great foundation, very affordable, so highly recommend it if you guys want to try it out. If you have tried it out, leave your comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you like it, if you don't like it, have a little chit chat about it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave. I'd greatly appreciate the support, and I will be doing a giveaway really soon, so hit that subscribe button just to make sure that you stay up to date on the details on that. But until next time, stay beautiful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay, so I'm back. I just finished my makeup, so I just did a little bit of bronzer. I didn't put on highlight. Hey guys, so I'm back now. I just finished putting on my foundation. It's a contender and my foundation can tell. That's a Wet n Wild. Good job. This is a pretty affordable product, so if you haven't gone out and buy it,